Stop chasing your specific person and they will come back to you by themselves. I know this sounds paradoxical, but if you stay with me by the end of this video, I'll explain to you two distinct metaphysical concepts. One of them is by Neville Goddard and the other one is from Alan Watts, and we'll merge them to show you exactly how that works, to show you how by like stopping to chase your specific person and actually acting positively towards negative circumstances will put them in a position in which they'll want to come back to you by themselves, like you wouldn't have to force it. So if this is something interesting, my friends, stay with me until the end of the video, because I'm sure that you'll feel so much whiter and understanding of how stopping to chase your specific person works for your greatest and their greatest benefit. That being the case, let's directly begin. Hey there, my friend. I am Daniel from the channel Soulful Relationships, in which I have the intention to help you experience the most conscious, uplifting, and meaningful relationships with everybody in your life. So if this is an intention you share with me, subscribe to the channel, and we will be talking about many different metaphysical concepts, spiritual topics, like Wall of Assumption, Neville Goddard, and things like that, in terms of helping you experience the best relationships you know you deserve. And now let's get into the topic. So I first wanted to start with this story of how I discovered this concept of like why when we stop chasing somebody, they come back to us naturally by themselves. And it's fun. It's a really funny story because it's like the first time I experienced this was when I was just a child. I was just like, I don't know, something like maybe between 8 and 12 years old. And I wasn't at all interested in metaphysics or like law of attraction or things like that. They were completely out of my reality. But I have found like this really strange occurrence. So my cousin was constantly like, he was coming to my parents' place to meet with family members in like every couple of months, and I liked him really much. Like I enjoyed spending time with him a lot because he was so interesting. Like he was playing with me. I was just a child back then. I might have been a little I might have been even younger, even younger than 8 years old. But anyways, that's not important. So I enjoyed spending time with him so much. But he was playing a lot of video games and he was having his friends. He was always with headphones and talking with his friends, playing video games together. And I was frustrated when he didn't spend time with me. And I was always like, always being needy. I was always asking him, like, I was always trying to chase him, to force him to spend time with me and to play with me. And we talk and like, we play with my toys and things like that. But this would never work. He was always saying to me, I have work to do. I have like, can't you see I'm busy? And it was never working. And I was really sad. Like as a little child, I was really sad that this was never working out. And so I don't know how I got to that conclusion, but eventually I decided to try something else. Instead of me wanting and being attached to this want of my cousin spending more time with me and us playing together, I decided that I would just pretend as if I didn't want to see him and as if I didn't want to do anything with him. And I was just passing him by. I was not even looking when I was entering the room. I was passing him by. I was not looking in his eyes. I was just like showing my presence there, but not in such a way that I wanted something from him, but just passing by. And I focused on like not wanting anything from him. And so I remember even to myself that I was saying something which is like, now here is when we will connect it to the Neville Goddard I am not technique, if you heard of that. And I'll explain to you in a moment exactly how it works. I was saying to myself, instead of I want my cousin to spend more time with me and play with me, I was saying, I don't want him to spend time with me. I don't want him to play with me. I don't want him to even like talk to me. I don't want anything from him. I am good on my own. I don't want to spend. And I was telling that to myself every single time this desire was coming up. This like feeling of I'm missing his presence. I'm missing his the talks with him. I'm missing playing with him. So anytime this feeling was coming up, I don't know how I got to this conclusion, but I was saying to myself, because I was this really stubborn kid, and I was just saying to myself, I don't want anything from him. I don't want to spend time with him. I don't want him to play with me. I don't want to talk with him. I don't need him. I don't want him. And by doing that, by accepting, like by accepting the fact that what I don't want wasn't happening, and affirming to myself that it was not happening, the exact opposite started to happen. So he made the choice, and like he then started to play with me. He started to just to be playful, just to like ask me more when he was at home in my parents' place, ask me more to spend time with him, to talk with him. He was like having fun with me, and he was actually starting to spend more time with me exactly in the same moment in which I decided that I affirmed to myself I don't want anything from him. And so it's really interesting how that works. I never understood it until like one or no until like 2 years ago, when I was getting deep into metaphysics and all these concepts. And so I remember reading this thing from Alan Watts. It's called the backwards flow. So I'll explain to you in a moment how that works, and then we'll connect it to the I am not technique by Neville Goddard, and then I'll show you how you can use that in your specific case to stop chasing your specific person so that they come back to you. So let's get into that. So here is what the backwards flow states. The backwards flow states that desiring a positive experience is a negative experience. And paradoxically, accepting a negative experience is a positive experience. Now, why does that work that way? So when we desire a positive experience, that seems as if it's walking in the outer world, in the outer circumstances. Then we are fighting with reality. In a way, we are saying, no, I don't accept what is now, and I want it to be different. And we are affirming this negative state, which is, even if we desire something positive in the outer world, when it's not here, and we are like really stubborn about it, then we're just making ourselves feel bad because we're not accepting reality. While on the other hand, accepting a negative experience, accepting the fact that maybe your specific person is not contacting you, it's like he doesn't want to spend time with you, he doesn't want to speak with you, accepting this to be a positive experience, like first accepting it to be there, validating it, because in reality, in the objective reality, it is already there. And by validating it, you accept the fact that, okay, it's like, this is what it is, and I can feel good about it. It's actually great that my specific person is not spending and doesn't want to spend time with me and is not thinking about me now, because I know that like by accepting this to be the case, eventually he'll start missing me or she'll start missing me and then come back to my life. So it's perfectly fine that he is not thinking about me for a couple of days or like weeks or whatever your situation is. And by accepting that, you're actually affirming what reality is and becoming secure within yourself that you deserve their presence in your life, your specific person's presence in your life. And so now let's relate that to the I am not technique by Neville Goddard to see how this connects and how like those two concepts from two distinct, like differently distinct philosophers and mystics, they're actually the same. So Neville says that when you have already affirmed the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and then you're certain of it, and you're maintaining that feeling, and you have faith of it, that it is already the case, it is manifested, no matter what your five senses see and experience. When you know that it is the case already, that your prayer is answered, that your feeling is fulfilled, that your wish is fulfilled, then you can affirm the opposite of what you want. Because if you desire it, when you desire something and put it outside of yourself, you're saying to yourself, I don't have it. So in a way, you can say, I don't want my specific person to contact me. I am good either way. I know he missed me, and I know he's already mine, so I don't desire him. I don't need to desire him. It's actually perfectly fine that he hasn't contacted me for a couple of days, because it's like, if he's already mine, why would I need him to contact me every day to reassure the fact that he's mine? If I already know that he's mine and we're together and we love each other, then, and I live in that imaginary experience, I make it true, I have faith in it, then I don't want him. Of course I don't want him, because he's already mine, we're already together. And so This is again the I am not technique. The I am not technique assumes that when you're feeling, when your wish is already fulfilled, it's already one whole. Like there is nothing else for you to do to make it manifest. It's already fulfilled. It's already there. And when you accept that and have faith in that, it's perfectly safe, my friend, to let go of all your desires, because desire assumes lack. When you desire something, when you're needy about something, this assumes the lack of it. Desiring a positive experience is a negative experience. The backwards flow, Alan Watts. And paradoxically, accepting a negative experience is a positive experience. Can you see how that works now, my friend? So, okay, now in practical terms, anytime you experience a circumstance with your specific person not being there, like seemingly not being there, seemingly not wanting to, like not spending time with you, seemingly not showing interest and affection towards you, this is the exact moment when you need to mind fuck yourself. Sorry for that word, but in a way it's what we're doing. To mind fuck yourself that this negative, seemingly negative experience is actually a positive experience. You need, I don't care how, but you need to affirm within yourself that this is perfectly fine. Since my specific person has gone no contact and like isn't showing that he thinks about me, this in itself shows that he's actually thinking about me. He's actually like, he's so certain that like we're in a good relationship together, in a healthy relationship together, that he doesn't need to contact me like 24/7. So this is perfectly fine. And since he feels secure, I can also feel secure within myself. You need to affirm something like this within yourself to accept the seemingly negative experience as if it were positive. Because the moment you accept it, the moment you have a positive reaction to a seemingly negative experience, is the moment it shifts. And like when you maintain that state, it's like not more than 72 hours would pass if you maintain that state until they'll get in contact with you and show you their love and their affection for you. So this is how the backwards flow and the I am not technique by Neville Goddard combined work in your specific case if you want to maintain the relationship you have with your specific person. Because my friend, think about it again, and I have shared this in many of my videos. If you're already in a like long-term and committed relationship with your specific person, you would feel secure. That's it. Like it's self-explanatory. If you're in that long-term relationship, you would feel secure in it. So if you feel secure in it now, then you're already in it. And by letting go of your desire and reacting positively to a negative circumstance is the way to accept this feeling that everything is okay the way it is, and my specific person is actually there for me, even though he's not showing it. Doesn't matter. So this was everything. This is the concept I wanted to share. Hope you find it useful, my friend. If this is the case, and if you like these videos, like it, comment down below, let me know what have been your experience. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. I'm Daniel, your host. And at this stage, I want to actually lead you to another video which will show you what to do when your specific person goes no contact with you. It's a practice. It's a really simple practice that you can apply to get your specific person to get back to you by learning what you need to learn from them. Because I genuinely believe that all relationships we have in our life are there for three main purposes. First of all, to show us who we are not, to help us let go of all of our limiting beliefs, fears, and like unhealthy, toxic patterns, thinking patterns, and patterns of behavior, to show us who we are not. This is the first purpose. The second purpose of them is to show us what we have forgotten about ourselves, to help us remember parts of the authentic qualities of our unique individuality, of our authenticity that we have forgotten about ourselves. And that's the reason we become attached to others, because we have become attached to some qualities that they possess, not for like their physical appearance, let's say. It's more about like some specific qualities on the inside that they have that we have rejected within ourselves, and that's why we're being attracted to them in another person. And then the third reason, the third purpose behind relationships is that they help us open up to love and to respect. which means that we can become loving and respecting of other people's experience so that they can also learn through our reflection, so that they can also let go of who they are not and become more connected and remember who they are through our reflection that we are giving them in their life. But this is something that I share about in depthly in the 3-day mini course that I have for conscious, uplifting, and meaningful relationships, which is completely free, and you can check it out in the description below. Once you enter the free Facebook group, the free Facebook community I have, you receive it as an introductory gift. So if you want to join this community and if you're committed to experiencing and attracting only conscious, uplifting, and meaningful relationships, follow the link in the description, and I would love to see you inside. This was everything I wanted to share with you, my friends. Again, check out this other video that I will attach at the end. For now, have a great day. I love you, and I will see you around in the other videos. Thank you so much. See you next time.